How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to the Uncivilized Run, where we're getting ready for the home stretch. So today we're going to be going off and having a chat with the One, see how things go there. So far these guys seem to be a bit more the reasonable sort, but we'll see. Maybe that literally killed that frog. I've never seen that actually happen before passively. That's hilarious. Anyway, we are going to go and we'll have a chat. You know, if he puts a decent price on the head, but like based on the evidence, I don't know if I would trust the One and his people because they're super like not technologically based, and maybe they'd be able to get through the shield, but these guys at least seem to know what they're talking about. It's not a question of good or bad, it's simply like, who would you trust to actually get you in the temple? The ones who got Revan previously into the temple, who seem to have an understanding of what like actual technology is and how to use it, or people who think it's magic. They probably could pull it off. It seems a little ridiculous to be like, you know, we'll just throw our whole lot in with them. Anyway, so I gotta fight my way through these. Actually, I don't have to. I could probably warp back to the ship. But I gotta get back, gotta go find the One, take care of whatever that ends up being, and then we're gonna get inside the temple, try and fight our way through so we can take down the shield and make it so that the Republic fleet doesn't just get instantly nerfed, and that we can eventually go off after Malik. So I'm thinking this is probably the second to last part, because I think today we're gonna get all the way through the temple, and then next part we'll go through the Star Forge and should be able to finish there. So let's get right to it, and I'm gonna see if I can teleport to the Evan Hawk so I don't have to fight those Rancors. Like, I'll have to fight them again later, but I might as well just not do it right now. This is gonna be a bit of a slog. I was able to get out of here for free, but I'm guessing the instant I peer back, they're gonna just start attacking me. Because they're like, oh, we saw you go into the base and come out, you didn't kill them, so now we're gonna kill you, because that's just how politics in this game tends to work. Yep, here we go. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of them. We have seen you, interloper. You are a servant of the elders. By order of the One, you must die. Yeah, figures. Alright. Well, let's get this party started. There's a lot of dudes here. There we go. I need heals. Ouch. That's not good. That's not good at all. My fallen brethren, I will be able to bring you back.
That hurt, I bet.
Okay. Whew. That was spicy, to say the least. Alright, you guys, all HK looks so bedraggled. Okay. Let's go ahead and get you some repair. I'm gonna be here a while. Look at me, just massacring an nearly extinct race. Just quite the conservative, aren't I?
That hurt, I bet.
Oh gosh, it's so hurt. Well, we're almost done. There's just the last room, which is going to be full of Rancor, but I've got a bit of a plan for that. Not really a plan, more of a couple precautions I can take to try and like mitigate the worst of it. Namely, it's give the Wookiee a melee shield. Like, I think I have one.
Powering weapons. Powering weapons.
Oh my gosh. Stabbed in the back and shotgunned in the face. Just nasty. It's gonna be him and a bunch of Rancor, if I remember correctly, from the cages that were in here. He's gonna run and hit the switch. The Black Rakata shall never fall to you! Yep, here they come. Alright. Oh, he's got some friends there too. Okay, okay.
Ready.
See if I can take down the one before I die. Oh, it's not fair. He has health packs. I see now. Heal them until my friends can help me. Run! Run! It's a legitimate strategy.
Powering weapon. Combat mode.
It'd be nice if I actually moved.
Droid efficiency at its best. Droid best.
Those level ups are timely. Thank freaking goodness. Okay. Alright, alright. So the one had a couple vibro swords and some grenades. Oh, look, here's the elder they captured. You have saved me from the savages and their war beasts. I was sent by the council to save you. I don't know what I could have done if you had not come. I suppose I would have been dead by now, like the others they captured with me. Thank you for saving me. I shall have to return to the enclave on my own. I'll tell the council what you've done. Impressive that he can do that, but I guess I did clear the way. Got some experience. Alright, now we leave. Revan, you are back. Our scout told us of how you rescued him. His injuries are severe, but we believe he will survive. We are grateful for what you've done. I've done my part, and now you have to honor our agreement. Risking your own life to save our scout seems to prove that you have changed significantly since the last time you were here, Revan, but you have deceived us before. We must discuss this in greater detail. We must have some privacy, Revan. We will return when our deliberations are done. Look at them, they prance forward. What if they said no? Revan, you have rescued a member of our tribe from the one, a great personal risk to yourself. We believe this action shows you have truly changed since our last visit here. The council has decided we'll trust you once more. For many generations, we have sought a way to enter the temple and discover the means to destroy the Star Forge. But only those that can command the Force, those like you, can enter the Temple of the Ancients. We no longer have that power. That is why you helped us last time you were here. But you cannot enter the temple without our help, Revan. Only the ancient rituals our people can lower the shield and allow you to enter. You need us as much as we need you, Revan. Looks like we'll be working together then. For our own sake, that of the entire galaxy, we hope you truly mean to atone for your past evils. When you are ready, Revan, we'll take you to the temple. But the temple is a place of sacred power. If you are to enter, you must do so alone, in the tradition followed by Rakata ancestors from past 1,000 generations. Why do I have to go in alone? When you were last here, we broke the ancient tradition. We allowed you and your apprentice to enter the temple together, and it brought untold suffering upon the galaxy. We believe that you truly destroy the Star Forge this time, but the lesson of the past is not easily forgotten. We will not defile the sacred ritual a second time. Only you alone may enter. Alright, let's go to the temple. When it is done, we'll only let us know when you're ready to enter the temple. Let's go now. The time has come for you to atone for your past crimes, Revan, but the task ahead will be difficult. Those you call Dark Jedi, followers of your old apprentice, now dwell within the temple. How'd they get in there? Last time that you and Malik entered the temple, you must have found controls to raise and lower the shields. Those inside can lower the barrier to allow other Force users to enter and exit the temple. But they will not be able to prevent us from using the ritual to gain you access. Once you get inside, however, we can do nothing to help you. Go to the temple now. We will meet you there once the ritual has been prepared. Remember, in accordance with the ancient Rakata traditions, you must enter the temple alone. Cool. Alright, let's go. I'm sure this will be fine. By myself. Yeah, it's not like I rely on... Gosh darn it, they're here again. These two just keep respawning, and it's annoying. I will begin the ritual. It will take many hours, but when it's complete, you must be ready. The shields are not stay down for long. Prepare yourself.
Manama tota. Akuji gratong bola jeshwa konatong. Chong king no pangfa mola reconkile. Konkile no ba. Watatime tunipolo.
Wait, someone is coming.
Don kusercha. Hachu apenke.
Hey, Jolie.
Wait, you can't go in there alone.
What are you doing here?
I had a premonition, a vision through the Force. There's great danger inside that temple. I can't let you face it alone. You might be walking into a trap. Maybe Malak himself is waiting inside. Even if he isn't, that temple will be crawling with dark Jedi. You'll need all the help you can get.
No other could go with you to the temple. You must enter alone. That is the way of the ancient ritual. So you can't come. Rakata won't allow it.
Your destiny, maybe the fate of the entire galaxy, could be forever changed inside that temple. I'm not about to let you face that alone. Not after my premonition. There's a reason I had that vision. So you just tell that guide of yours to do whatever he has to do to get us all inside the temple.
Continue the ritual. No, you must enter the temple alone. I will not lower the shield.
I don't know what he said, but it sounds like your guide's being stubborn. We don't have time for this. The Republic fleet is on the way, and we're stuck on this planet until we deactivate that disruptor field. You have to convince him to get us inside that temple.
Cannot destroy a star fort alone. They must come with me to the temple. Who's they? It's just one person. I believe you. The Elder said you would destroy the Star Fort, the terrible legacy of our ancestors. If you need help doing this, I will not stand in your way. I will resume the ritual now.
Why do I get the feeling this is going to take a while? Still, we better stay ready. As soon as those shields go down, we have to get inside the temple.
If you don't kill Johanny and she joins your team, she comes in as well. For not having the Force, it's impressive they can do something that looks so Force-like. Alright, Jolie. Guess you're gonna be in here healing me after all. Oh.
Lord Malak, the preparations are nearly complete. Every day the Star Forge adds more ships to our fleet. It is operating at nearly 300% of our projections. The fleet is assembling around the Star Forge and awaits your instructions.
Patience, Commander. My new apprentice is nearly ready. Once Bastila joins her battle meditation to our enormous fleet, we shall be invincible. Then we shall begin our final conquest of the core worlds, and the Republic will be crushed forever.
As you wish, Lord Malak.
I gotta admit, him literally not having a jaw and having like his upper jaw still there is actually pretty crazy looking. Ooh. Like you forget about that. All right, Jolie, we gotta level you up quite a bit, I think.
That hurt, I bet.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You poor little Sith acolyte. Never even had a chance. Oh man. I mean, it's gonna get harder from here, but like that was just astonishing. Oh, interesting. You want to chat?
Who dares intrude on our meditations? You know the penalty for... Revan, you are back.
Yes, I'm the true Sith Lord. Bow before me.
We have sworn allegiance to Malak. He has led the Sith to conquest and victory. Your time is over, Revan.
Malak told us what happened to you. The Jedi Council has stripped you of your power. You are a shell of what you once were.
You are not fit to rule the Sith anymore, Revan. Darth Malak will reward us greatly for destroying you.
That was worth a try.
That hurt, I bet.
Never too old for this!
That hurt, I bet.
She's just healing constantly. What just an out healing mode now? Come on, I gotta stun her. Stun her. If I stun her, we win. Ow.
That hurt, I bet. That hurt, I bet.
Just need a stunner and we win.
That hurt, I bet.
Oh, fetch. No, we don't. Oh, we're screwed.
That hurt, I bet. I think I've been poisoned.
Ha! I'm immune to your mind games.
That hurt, I bet. That hurt, I bet.
Alright, alright. Woo! There goes the show. I got the goat. I got the ups. Sith power gauntlets. Hey, Jolee. Can you maybe not die? Don't me.
Yes?
Alright. Uh-oh.
Revan.
Hi.
Lord Malak told us you still lived. At last, a challenge worthy of my skills. I grow so bored with slaughtering these mindless training droids. I intensified my training tenfold in hopes I would get the chance to face you in mortal combat. I am glad to see my training has not been in vain.
I feel sad and bad for you, boy. Ow, that hurt. Sure, show your back to me. That's gonna work out well for you.
I still got it.
I think I've been poisoned. That hurt, I bet.
Yes?
What?
He's just sucking the life out of us. I need you to heal, Jolee, not attack.
Yes? That hurt, I bet.
Great, great, just great. Jolee, you're next to useless.
That hurt, I bet. That hurt, I bet.
You just stun him once. It's the same tactic I use with everything.
That hurt, I bet.
There he goes. I have to just burn through all of their force points. Alright, Jolee. Can you just...
Got something on your mind.
Stop dying!
Oh.
That's what's on my mind. Stop dying every time we get in combat. Alright, to the catacombs. Jolee, if you would, please.
Yes?
That hurt, I bet. Sure.
Thank you. Jedi just make droids absolutely ridiculously easy. Data pad. Ow. Ow. Alright, let's see what that data pad said. Sure, it's something useful. Of course, it has the name just data pad. And since it blends in with all the other data pads, Now, a Sith like yourself can't be trusted to remember even the simplest tasks. Acolyte, therefore, it's prudent for you to masters to explain themselves at length using very small words. The ancient sequencer on the lower levels can only be activated once all the sequence tiles on the floor have been set up by the active mode by walking on them in the correct pattern. To make all the tiles the same color, simply walk the tiles in the pattern of an H. I trust there will not be any other unfortunate incidents like last time. This is the thing. This is the thing that stuck with me. This puzzle, because I refused to read anything in the game before, like, when I was, when I was young and I first played through this game. Never bothered reading that data pad, because I just never bothered. So it took me forever to figure out what this pattern was. So once I did figure this out, I absolutely remember it for the rest of my life. So when you step on a tile... Yeah, here we go. When you step on a tile, all the tiles next to it turn. And it. So, like, you have to light them all up. So you have to just walk forward. Oh. Oh, I gotta start over. Darn it. This is a lot harder with a keyboard. Okay. So you walk. Okay. Yes, game. So you have to walk forward. Back. Then you gotta go over here. Because you gotta draw an H with your movements. Boom. That opens the door. So dumb. And it literally took me so long to realize that without, like, looking it up. Because I had no idea what I was doing. It was very frustrating. Alright, come on, Jolee, we're good. Welcome back, Revan. It's been some time since you last accessed my database. I was beginning to wonder if you'd been terminated. I'm not Revan anymore, I'm Killy the Bid. Odd statement, though it does not explain certain conflicting data being read by my sensory input system. I recognize your appearance from the last visit, which is stored in my databanks. However, I'm detecting some significant changes in your composure since we last visit. Your neurological pattern exhibits subtle yet substantive aberrations in both thought patterns and informational processing. These changes have been noted and recorded in my database. Who are you? What are you? I am a completely self-sufficient, autonomous, interactive database constructed by the Rakata to record and store the entire history of the species. However, since the collapse of the Infinite Empire, there have been few events worth recording, and nobody has sought to access the information stored within my database until you came along. Due to my system's ability to monitor and repair themselves, you will find all the data within my archive has remained fully intact. Please choose the topic you wish information on. Genetic data on Rakata. My storage banks contain significant quantities of information on the subject compiled through hundreds of years of my research study. Please wait while I load the information onto a datapad for future reference. Processing. Information transfer complete. Anything else you require, Revan? Tell me about the Starforge. The Starforge was constructed during the apex of the Infinite Empire's power, a true technological marvel. It's an enormous space station that serves as both factory and battle dreadnought. The Starforge can mass-produce immense fleets with a minimum of time and resources. In addition, the Starforge also shares much of the same technology used by my own construction. In many ways, the Starforge is like a living entity. It feeds, it hungers, it draws on energy flowing through all living things, what you call the Force from the last time you were here. The ability to feed and consume the life energy of the Force is the key to the Starforge's power, but ultimately was also what led to the destruction of the Infinite Empire. Oh, interesting. What do you mean? The Rakata are by nature a cruel and savage species. The Starforge fueled itself with the hatred inherent to its own creators, and in so doing attuned those traits within the builders. In your terminology, the Starforge was a tool of the dark side. It corrupts those who use it and can generate greater and greater amounts of negative energy to fuel itself. The builders thought they were strong enough to control this effect, but they were wrong. They became victims of their own creation, and eventually their hatred turned against each other. Civil war destroyed the Infinite Empire, a lesson to remember. Only one who is immensely strong in mind can harness the power of the Starforge without suffering a similar fate. Alright, well, that's interesting. Okay. How can I show up the destructive field around the planet? The destructive field is constructed as the Starforge's primary defense against enemy attack. It can only be deactivated from the upper levels of the temple. How can I get there? My system controls the door to the upper levels, allowing only those who are worthy of the Rakata legacy to pass. The last time you were here, Revan, I unsealed the doors for you. However, the subtle neurological changes I detected in you earlier likely caused you a failure to recognize the recognition system that would have opened the door for you. I have updated my database to recognize your new configuration in your mind, Revan. The door in the upper levels will now open for you once again. Alright, something else. Do you know about the star maps? The star maps were built to conquer worlds as a symbol of Rakatan dominance and glory. Each map showed the whole expanse of the Infinite Empire, the Star Forge at its center. When the Empire fell, the Rakata fell back here to their homeworld. They sabotaged the star maps so the enslaved species could not use them to discover the Star Forge or this planet. But I used the Star Forge, the maps, to find this place. The star maps were created, the same technology of my own self-sufficient systems. Over the millennia, the maps have slowly been rebuilding and repairing themselves. As you had informed me during your last visit to this world, the star maps are still in a damaged and incomplete state. It is not possible to locate the Star Forge using a single map. However, the star maps have repaired themselves to the extent that it is possible to discover the Star Forge's location by combining bits of data from several of the maps as you did. Alright, and then... what was the history? At its peak, the Infinite Empire ruled for over 500 planets. It was comprised of 10 billion Rakata and over a trillion slaves scattered across the galaxy. But the glory of the Infinite Empire was built on war and slaughter. It was inevitable it should collapse on itself. Conflict among power-hungry warlords escalated into full civil war. Worlds were ravaged and billions of lives were lost. Sensing weakness, the oppressors, the slaves rebelled and overthrew their masters, and then came the plague. The plague. The origins were unknown. Perhaps the creation of enslaved species, perhaps the mutation of a natural virus. It killed only Rakata and spread to every corner of the galaxy. The Infinite Empire crumbled into dust, and the few Rakatan survivors fled back here to their homeworld. All evidence of their existence was destroyed by the species they once enslaved. But even hidden on their secret homeworld, they were not safe. Millions died from the deadly plague. Many more died in a never-ending civil war. The history of the Rakata ended 20,000 years ago. Now they are nothing but a few scattered tribes descended from the priests and warrior castes, still waging out never-ending war. Alright, let's go. As you wish, please return when you find yourself in the information stored within my database. So I need to go back to the elders with that information. I might do that before I go to the upper levels, because I think once you go to the upper levels, it kind of like locks you into the end part of the game. So I want to go do that real well. Except I can't leave, I don't think, actually. So maybe I have to do it after I get to the top level. Because, yeah, I have to get back to the ship. So maybe I'll be able to do it before I get to leave. Because I think I can't leave the temple yet. Now that now I'm thinking about it. Because if I left, the shield would pop back up, but I couldn't come back inside. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Alright, to the upper levels. Alright, what's going on up here? I was playing like the nice music. That's a relief. Have I already been up here? It's like already looted. Oh, there we go. Maybe those first two were red herrings. Here we are. Oh, of course. Hi, Bastila. You're looking nice.
Revan, I knew you'd come for me. Malak thought you might be afraid to enter the temple again, but he doesn't know you like I do. Not anymore. Not since you've changed.
Come on, Bastila. We have to escape before Malak shows up.
Escape? You don't understand. I have sworn allegiance to Lord Malak and the Sith. I am no longer a pawn of the Jedi Council.
Wow. What are you talking about? Like, we were always on doing our own thing.
Surely you know what I mean, Revan. Look at what the Council did to you. They turned you into their puppet. The same thing they do to all who are truly strong in the Force. They speak of the dark side as if it is something to be feared, but in reality their only goal is to manipulate those who are strong in the Force. The fear of the dark side is a tool to maintain control. Why do you think the Jedi forbid you and Malak from joining the Mandalorian Wars? They knew you would realize your true potential and break free of their domination. Malak has shown me how the Jedi Council have been using me the same way they once tried to use you. They've been holding me back because they knew one day I would surpass them all.
Now here's the funny thing. Both the Jedi and Sith, in my opinion, are absolutely wrong. Because this is absolutely right, but the Sith did the exact same thing. The Sith also control and manipulate their users. They control them and manipulate them through fear and power, and essentially death and threat of death. The Jedi take the passive approach, but they also fear and control their followers. Like, what you see as restrictions, they see as guidelines and like ways of regulating yourself and keeping you keeping power in check. Very important. I mean, that we have laws because we need to keep things in check. If we didn't have laws, like, imagine what it would be like if there were no street laws or requirements of getting driver's license. Like, traveling anywhere would be horrifically dangerous. Like, laws are important. They need to be there. But at the same time, oppression is bad, and the Jedi are very oppressive. I mean, especially with the whole thing of like, oh, we can't trust people to like have like control of themselves when they feel love, so we have to swear them off love and keep them celibate at all times. Like, that's an overextension if I've ever seen one. Like, oh yeah, we shouldn't kill people if we don't have to, but we could totally wipe away all their memories, change their personality, and make them our puppets to try and manipulate them into helping us without actually making them dead, because that's totally moral. It's like, they're both ridiculous, which is going to be what Killy the Vid's going to be things like. It didn't take you long to convert, did it? I always knew you were weak.
I resisted at first. I endured the Sith torments with the passionless serenity of a true Jedi, emptying my mind. But after a week of endless tortures, I finally saw the truth. Malak forced me to acknowledge my anger and pain. He showed me the liberating power of these emotions. Then he made me see how the Jedi Council has denied me what is mine by right. The Jedi Council gladly used my battle meditation in their wars, but they still treated me like a child, like an inferior. They were jealous of my power, of what I could become. They wanted me to bow and call them master and follow their code and obey their every order. But all the while, they were exploiting my battle meditation for their own use.
Now, here's another thing, too. Like I've said before, I grew up in a very, like, religious and conservative, environment. It's not really matching me, per se. I might be conservative in some ways. Like, I still choose to limit and not swear very often, but that's just because of me. I don't find it very appealing language, so I just choose not to use it. But I'm sure it has roots in that conservative upbringing, that religious upbringing. However, I did see something growing up that makes me, like, not... Like, I don't raise my kids in the same conservative, like, style because of stuff I saw. One of the things I saw is when people came from very heavily controlled homes, like the Jedi Council, like, controls the Jedi, where they had very, very strict rules that you could absolutely not... Like, you do not stray, you do not do this, you do not do that, abstinence, and, like no self-expression, no self-experimentation, like, you must follow these tenets, because these are the right way and only way to find happiness. But then they go to college. They get out on their own, and even if they're in an environment that's supposed to be conducive of continuing that type of, like, lifestyle, a lot of times people find that the freedom is wonderful. It allows them to finally start to understand who they are, because until then, they haven't been really allowed to ask the tough questions of themselves and to make the choices that really let them understand, like, what they want in their own life when it comes to the moral expression of, like, just normal stuff. Like, regardless of, like, careers and all that. And they have a tendency to go way over the edge, like Bastila. She's just like, oh, I did what I had to. I tried to be the good girl. But then I was shown, hey, you can be really powerful. They've been holding you back. And I just decided to throw everything into being the Sith. It's like because it's also something we're seeing in politics in the United States right now, where it's becoming so polarized. It's like it's like there's people who feel like you can't be, like, in the middle. You can't want to have some things from one side and some things from the other. You can't think of balance because you're wrong. And, like, if you're one side or the other, you have to be all in or nothing. You have to accept everything that the leaders say, and you have to back them 110%, because if you don't for a second, if you question them for a second, then you're a traitor and you're ruining everything, and you're the reason why everything's going crappy. It's like the Jedi and Sith do the same thing. Like, you can see why they do it, because there's so much at odds here, but at the same time, it's become such, like... It's like, I love what this game's kind of bringing up, is the dangers of that type of polarizing. The dangers of not being willing to seek compromise or to understand the other side of an argument, because it just simply seems to be against everything that you've been taught. Doesn't necessarily mean there isn't truth there. The Sith have some good points. I think, for instance, like... Love is a powerful motivation. It's funny because, like, it's so cheesy how it's said in, like, Attack of the Clones, but Anakin talks about how, like, the Jedi are encouraged to love. Like, romantic love, no, but they're encouraged to have compassion and empathy, which is fine, but, like, it's hard to have that if you've never been able to connect with people. I feel like what you need to be able to have is the people who can make their own choices, who can fall in love and fall out of love and have pain and have to deal with anger and frustration. Like, these are things that are human and natural. To make it feel like you're a failure for feeling emotion is wrong, and I think it can skew people into these, like, extreme of thoughts and like take people who like are doing good, they make one mistake and feel like they are absolutely like just ruined and they can't go back, so they might as well go all out for it. And that's how people can go from like being raised in like a conservative manner in like a more like structured and like well-meaning manner, well provided for, and then go way off the deep end and end up like in the bottomless pit of like drugs and addiction. Like it's because you can end up swinging so far over and like missing the point of like the freedom that you finally get to experience, which is really good, and taking it so far you end up becoming self-destructive. It's really interesting. There's a lot of philosophy to go here, and in fact that's a flaw of the Jedi teaching when it came to Anakin, because when Anakin panicked trying to save the one he loved and trying to protect the Emperor, you know, Palpatine, from the death stroke of Mace Windu, he ended up disabling Mace Windu, leading to his death. And he's like, oh crap, I literally just killed one of the most respected Jedi, one of the Jedi I respect the most. He had his flaws and had his he had disagreements with Mace Windu, but they were obviously well-respected people. And so he felt like, crap, once they know what I did, I can never come back from this. And so he goes from this like trying to do the right thing and trying to save people and trying to protect people. Remember, like you see earlier in the movie that like he wants to save even like the clones that a lot of Jedi just see as tools to be chucked away, no better than droids, but he sees them as people. He cares about them. He wants them to be safe. He wants them to be happy. And he goes from this person who like does what he can to try and protect and save lives to killing children, because he's like, I've so far gone, I need to do whatever it takes to get what I need. Like, I sacrificed my entire life. I better get this power that Palpatine promised me. And Palpatine's like, oh yeah, go ahead. I'll give it to you. Just go kill all the Jedi, including the kids. And so he felt like he had no choice, when there was clearly a choice. That was the fall of Anakin. I think it had nothing to do with the dark side. It had everything to do with his belief that because he made a mistake, he could not come back from it. And that's a fatal flaw that I see in people all the time. There's a really cool philosophical story in Star Wars. It can be simplistic, but there's a lot of depth to that portion of the arc in particular. That story arc for Anakin that is really impactful for me. Don't be lured by these Sith lies, Bastila. It's true. Like, that's the thing. Like, look, yeah, Jedi lied. The Sith are also lying. Like, why don't we just do our own thing?
Lies? You were the one living a lie, Revan. The Jedi Council made you into something you are not. They programmed you to be their slave. You used to be Revan, Master of the Sith, but no longer. You were simply a pawn of the Jedi Council in the Republic they serve, like I was, until Malak freed me from their shackles. A pity the power you once had is so diluted in you. You could have been as strong as I am now. Stronger even, but that will never happen now. With the power of the Starforge, Malak will destroy the Republic and conquer the galaxy. And I will be the apprentice at his side, after I prove my worth by killing you.
Bastila, I'm not even a Jedi, and I'm not going to use any force powers. I mean, Jolee probably will, because he'll need to. But I have a feeling we're going to absolutely wreck you.
That hurt, I bet.
Oh, hey, stop it. Stop it. Cut that out, you.
That hurt, I bet. That hurt, I bet.
Yep, piece of cake.
You were stronger than I would have thought possible after what the Jedi Council did to you. It seems that Malak was wrong. The power of the dark side is not lost to you after all, Revan.
Look, I'm not a Dark Lord. I'm killing the Bid now.
You can deny what you are, Revan, but you're only fooling yourself. I know the truth. I have seen the shadows inside your mind. Remember? I was there when you nearly died in the trap set by the Jedi Council. I used the Force to preserve your life, Revan. We are forever linked by my actions on that bridge.
Then I know this is how you're going to come back to our side.
These are not your true feelings, Revan. You are speaking as a tool of the Jedi Council, as I once did. But now I see how the Jedi used us both. The Council tried to exploit the bond between us. They hoped I would draw out your memories to lead them to the Starforge. We were slaves to their will, like all who follow the Jedi Code. But in our shared visions of the star maps, I also felt the so-called taint within you. I resisted it at first, but now I embrace the power of the dark side. Your dark side.
Okay. If I'm so powerful, then why do you serve another master?
You deserve to be the true master of the Sith, not Malak. I see this now. Together we can destroy your old apprentice. Join with me and reclaim your lost identity.
I'm not Revan anymore. I don't remember those days. I don't want to be those days. Like, I'm Killy the Bid. I'm having a blast. I don't want to be a Jedi or a Sith. I want to be me.
Your mind was too badly damaged to ever fully restore your memories, Revan. But your power, your strength of will, the essence of who and what you are, these things still remain. Once, long ago, you defied the Jedi Council, freeing yourself from their control. You claimed your rightful title of Dark Lord of the Sith. Together we can defeat Malak and take back what is yours.
I don't... Killy the Bid does not want that. He wants to take the Ebon Hawk and become the greatest smuggler there ever was. He wants to go travel the galaxy, see worlds that have never been seen, make deliveries of things, and like expand things beyond like the reach of the Republic and beyond the reach of the Sith. That's all he wants. Like I said, these answers are suck. We're not going to try and rule the galaxy together. How do I know you won't betray me? Because, like, that's what she'll do. How do I know you won't betray me again?
It is your power that will keep me as your loyal apprentice, Revan. I swore allegiance to Malak only because I thought you'd lost the power you once wielded. But you have proven yourself in our battle. I see you possess the strength to destroy Malak and reclaim the mantle of Dark Lord. Now I see you will make a worthy Sith Master.
Nope, I think you better... Bastila, come on. Like, the Jedi path wasn't the best fit for you, but this is much worse. You've just kind of gone all, like, angsty on us, so... Come on. You're only gonna kill yourself.
It's not too late for you, Bastila. The dark side is evil, but it isn't all-powerful. You can still fight against it. Don't let it consume you.
You are beneath my contempt, old man. You hid like a coward for decades on Kashyyyk. You know nothing about the true potential of the Force. But you, Revan, the power of the dark side is yours to command. You can use it to destroy Malak. With my help, you could rule over the entire galaxy.
I don't want to! I just want to cruise through life, make money, retire somewhere. That's what I want now. Dark Revan is dead. See, that's the thing. I hate these answers. Like, none of them work. So I'm changing this answer to being Revan is dead. It's Killy the Bid now. And once I'm done with this Sith business and they will leave me alone, I'm going to go retire on a beautiful island filled with beautiful alien women on beautiful beaches and beautiful forests. You can come with me if you want. Or you can keep doing this whole, like, My Chemical Romance shenanigans.
You were a pathetic fool, Revan. Together we could have defeated Malak and ruled over an empire. But now, I will be at Lord Malak's side instead. You will be crushed with the Republic and all the fools who bow down to the Jedi Council. No one can stand against the power of the Starforge and the Sith fleet.
Oh, look at her. She's running away. Oh well. Guess we'll have to catch up with her later. I got dark side and light side points. It fits Killy the Vid perfectly. Shut down the destructor field. Shut down the temple energy shield. There we go. Now I can go give them their information and then I can get back to the ship. We got the ship parts. We got everything we need. Ah, Bastila. Like, okay, so like that's the one failing of this game. This game's done a really good job of letting you make choices, but then here at the end, it just kind of falls short. It kind of makes you do an all or nothing choice. It's unfortunate. Because like either you have to be like a Jedi simp or you have to be a Sith like lapdog. It's like you don't really get to kind of walk a halfway path where you just be like, Bastila, this is stupid. Please, can we just leave? No, no, no. We have to go and do things the dramatic way. Oh, well. I think I managed to walk the line properly. Killy the Bid's answers, I think, were perfect for what he would have said, especially with my modifications. Anyway, let's go give this information to the Rakata. You know, might as well let the Rakata try and heal themselves, or at least understand themselves better. I don't see any problem with that personally. Let's talk to the elders real quick. You're back, Revan. We trusted you to travel the field. You've betrayed us again. Don't expect you to return. Did you find what you're looking for inside the temple? To discover the secrets to destroy the Starforge. Exactly. I have to go to the Starforge to stop Malak. And we wish you luck, Revan. For far too long, we have kept ourselves hidden away from this lonely world, hoping to keep the Starforge from unleashing its evil upon the rest of the galaxy. Perhaps once the Starforge is destroyed, it will be time for us to leave this world and to rejoin the galaxy we have long isolated from. I'm sure the galaxy will welcome you with open arms. You must go now, Revan. The Starforge feels the power of the old apprentice. If you don't stop him soon, you'll become too powerful even for you to stop. Quickly, I have to go talk to your scientist, though. Can't remember which side the scientist is on, but I'll find him. There he is. Yes, Revan. Is there anything I can help you with? I have found the data on genetic structure of your species. You have! Thank you, Revan. Stay well, it is greatly in our research. If you have done our people a great service here, Revan, but your destiny lies elsewhere. May the blessing of the elders go with you. Perfect. Alright. Okay, Jolie, let's head back. Can I teleport from here? No, I figures not, because you might end up in a lot of combat here. Alright, everyone, I'm back. I got everything I need to, and did a lot of side quests at the same time. But we're okay. We just have to go blow up a giant super dark side, like, space station. Hey, everyone.
You're back, but where's Bastila? Is she alive? What happened inside that temple?
Well, Bastila's fallen to the dark side. She fled to the Starforge. She decided to jump. She went to a hot topic, put on a bunch of makeup, and now she's talking about like all kinds of weird things and saying that she's going to, like, I don't know, go to a concert or some kind. I don't know.
The dark side? Bastila? No, how could that happen?
She was always in danger of being seduced by the dark side, Carth. Bastila was strong, but she was always impatient and headstrong. Malak preyed upon her weakness. This planet is a tainted place. The Starforge and the Temple have twisted the Force into an instrument of evil, just as Malak has twisted Bastila into a servant of the Sith.
Can't help but feel like this is partly my fault. I mean, I didn't have to do this, right?
In the end, we all choose our own path. But keep in mind the role that you played in her downfall. You and the task assigned to her by the Jedi Council. Remember the bond that was forged between you when she rekindled the spark that was your life. Through that bond, she touched your memories, and also the echo of the dark taint within you.
But there's still hope for her,
she
right?
Touched my
taint,
okay.
Revan rejected the dark side, so
I knew she
Bastila
liked
could
me.
too, right? We still might be able to save her.
We can try, and we will.
I'm not sure what's in store for us, but I sense Bastila still has a role to play. I have no doubt she'll be waiting for us on the Starforge.
No doubt. But let's go then before she has time to organize a bigger welcoming committee.
With the ship parts, we may be able to repair the Evanhark's hacker drive. But we're not going to do that yet. We're saving that for next time, because here is where we're going to be ending for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. We managed to make it through. We did all our parts, and we managed to not blow everyone up or kill all our companions. So we're going to go down the route and try and save the Republic. I mean, to be fair, Killy the Bid does not pick favorites. He could care less about this whole war shenanigans thing, but the Sith have routinely attempted to kill him multiple times. He does not care for that in particular. No matter what he's done, they just refuse to listen to him, even when they find out he's Revan. So now he's just going to go take care of the problem, get rid of the super fleet, even playing field a bit, and then he can go off and gallivant on his own, doing his own thing. So we'll get back to that when we can. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you especially to the patrons for all your support. Yeah, we're going to be finishing this series pretty much right around the corner. I might take a bit of a break from a Tuesday series just because I want to have an opportunity for the channel to kind of vote on what we do next, because we have our channel kind of yearly vote coming up soon. So when this series ends, I'll probably do a wrap party for it, and I'll outline like my ideas for a follow-up series for it, but ultimately we might just take a few weeks off on Tuesdays until we get that vote done with the channel. So if you want to know, if you want to have a say on what kind of game we play next time on our Tuesday slot, just keep an eye on the channel. Patrons get to have a first say in that list. They get to help me cultivate it, but the whole channel gets say in the final countdown. So just keep that in mind. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. I look forward to reading your comments, and thank you for your support of this series and all the other series on the channel. There's plenty more where that came from. So until next video, watching me up, see me next. I'll see you there.